This is the Effing One Podcast, Australia's only Formula One podcast with Adam and Luke.
G'day and welcome to Effing One Podcast. It is Australia's only award-winning podcast. And as of yesterday, we are very excited to announce, as voted by the Formula One community, by a highly respected international poll, this podcast, Effing One Podcast, is now the 5th sexiest Formula One podcast on Apple iTunes.
Wow, we brought the sexy in.
Sure did. I put it all down to you, to be honest. You bring 99% of the sex on this podcast.
I do.
And as you can imagine, the competition in this category is pretty stiff. Every Formula One podcast in the world has a bunch of very pale, clammy, overweight, middle-aged English guys who smell very much like Parmesan cheese. So we are flattered to be in such dull company. So more great news to start with as well, Luke, if that's not enough for you, because you're pretty excited by
There's more.
the 5th sexiest podcast.
Formula One podcast.
What do we get for that? Did they give us something for that?
No.
No. More great news. Ooh. We are broadcasting live from the F1 Podcast Simulator. That's right. How many other F1 podcasts have their own simulator hand-whittled, hand-painted, labelled and sponsored? The genius behind the F1... By the way, we're in a tandem.
Yeah.
Tandem style. I love the attachment. I'm cupping you at
We're
the moment.
locked in.
We're locked in.
Like a two-man luge.
Yep. We are so close to each other.
You're at the bottom, I'm on the top, and there's a locking mechanism between us that
I can't
there's a
budge.
bond we can't break.
We can't move.
No.
We've got a mini bar in here, which is a nice attachment. The two-man luge F1 podcast, very snug, a bit moist. I can imagine after an hour this could get quite steamy.
Oh, it'll get steamy. But it's winter. It's nice to be warm and close to someone.
It's good to conserve the energy. So check us out on the Instagram. Check out the new podcast. We haven't even labelled this bad boy.
We haven't named it, no.
The simulator. We need to throw some ideas around, some names.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your feedback, what you think the pink rocket, do we have any names at all? I don't think we've got any names.
The
vulva.
The vulva.
That's
safe. Safe and warm.
The tandem luge. The F1 tandem luge.
Someone said the red rocket. The
pink
Luke's
bits?
mum.
Oh, Luke's mum. No, we can't do that because that's a real lady.
Luke's girlfriend.
Luke's lady.
Yep, it's my virtual girlfriend.
You have been inside that thing more often than you did your ex-girlfriend.
But you've also been inside it. And
That's
Pete's
true.
also been inside it.
Just like your ex-girlfriend.
Just like my ex-girlfriend. Everyone's been deep, head first into...
So much so she is now a lesbian.
Yep. You guys ruined her. She was on a straight and narrow, and then you just ruined her. She's a carpet munching.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up.
If Steph listens, hi Steph.
Some things need to be left off the podcast.
Do you know how long it's ago?
That's one. I'm sorry.
1,600 days.
See, this is bringing out old wounds for you, and I'm sorry. I should have moved on.
Should have.
Anyway.
But we didn't, and we're here.
Love you, Steph. Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Or another woman.
All right, so let's strap ourselves in the Tandem F1 Podcast luge.
Lock and load.
And tell us, part 2.
You bring the lock, I bring the load because you're shooting blanks.
Ready to go. Who would have thought that exactly the same racetrack a week later could offer up a completely different race? They're worlds apart. That first one was amazing. Oh. It was 6 months of, or might have been more, of we haven't touched these machines. Let's chuck a driver in, see how it goes.
Yep.
Stuff was blowing up, running off. It was amazing.
Yep.
A week later, they fixed all the problems, and it was,
Well, Renault didn't fix all the problems.
That's true. Thank you, Renault.
Ocon had the exact same issue in his car that Daniel Ricciardo had the race before. The exact same issue. They thought they'd solved it. They thought they'd fixed it. Computer says no, they didn't.
Those French, they're really good.
Hopefully, this weekend, they fixed all their buggaboos. Renault came out and said that the A1 ring, the Red Bull ring, was their bogey track. They weren't very confident about racing at the Red Bull ring. That they think that that's their hardest track of the year. That Hungary ring will suit their car.
Right.
This weekend.
They didn't do themselves any favours. They made it as hard as possible for themselves by not letting by not working as a team like McLaren did, by letting, Norris, we let Norris pass Sainz.
Yeah.
It's teamwork, team working together like a fluid team, all moving in the same direction. That's McLaren right now.
Yeah.
Renault, no, we just don't want to upset Ocon.
Yeah.
You don't want to upset a
They're on-
10-year-old kid.
They're on different tyres to start with. Daniel started on the mediums, as Paul Di Resta said.
Yep.
Mediums. And then a lot of the front runners were all running on the softs first, and they switched to the mediums. Daniel did the opposite, and he had decent pace, got up behind Ocon, finally got around him.
But they wouldn't let him through. What's the point of that? Like, that cost not just Dan, but Renault numerous points
at
at the end of the race.
And once he did get past, or was let past by by Ocon, he had to catch Sainz, and that 2-second gap stayed 2 seconds for the whole time, and then Daniel pitted for his softs. And it didn't quite work out the way that it envisioned. Towards the end of the race, he got lunged at by Lance Stroll.
Yep, pushed him off.
If Daniel didn't avoid the contact, then there's an accident, which means no points for Daniel, no points for Lance. So Daniel got out of the way, let him through, and tried to get the passes back, but those two cars were a little bit quicker towards the end, being on the medium tyres. But
perfect opportunity for Lando to pounce in and do what he's been doing beautifully this season. Just
dive
on
bombing.
Fire. Lando Norris, he's going to be stiff competition for Dan next year. He's really growing as a Formula One driver. He's looking beautiful, but Renault, come on, get your shit together.
He's been in the right place at the right time, Lando.
He has.
He's capitalised on every opportunity so far, and any world champion in the future or now is about capitalising on every point, not DNFing, not having mechanical failures, but to finish a Grand Prix and finish as high as you possibly can, which is the most important thing. And Lando is definitely doing that in the first two races. And McLaren have 2 fastest laps in the first 2 races. So Lando got it in the first race. Sainz got it. It's interesting. Verstappen put on some soft tyres with like 2 or 3 laps to go. And the idea is for him to get the extra point. And he didn't get the fast lap. He came out with a lot of traffic, so I don't think Red Bull were thinking that through.
They're struggling a little bit. Red Bull's not anywhere near as close as we thought they would be in this first circuit. We thought it would be touch and go, but there's a big difference between Mercedes. At the moment, it's a one-horse race. It's Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes have turned they've set the bar even higher this year, and complete props to them. They are just wiping the floor.
Yep.
Another year of Mercedes dominance. And
it's so boring.
It's a bit dull, but, they're doing everything right. If everyone had come up with the ideas that they come up with...
you can't blame them.
No, not at all. And that's why I never liked the idea of, putting ballast or making heavier cars for teams that are winning. I'm like, it's up to the other teams to catch up. It's not up to the other team, like the winning team, to be disabled because of it. So
yeah, and like Red Bull only just got the 4th place. They almost didn't. They almost weren't the second fastest team.
Yeah, Perez made a dive on Albon into turn 4. Albon was on the outside, and they did bang wheels. But I don't think Sergio Perez is an Asian racist like Lewis Hamilton is.
Yep.
And Albon managed to stay on track and broke Sergio Perez's front wing, which he drove around with a damaged wing for the next couple of laps and still managed to get 6th.
How do you see Racing Point? Because they were like with the pink Mercedes, as it's been called, or Tracing Point. I've heard Tracing Point.
Love that.
That's good.
That's
Tracing
very
Point.
good.
Because the idea behind that was because they've just photographed the old 2019 Mercedes Benz just from a photograph. They've patched it together and it works beautifully.
I think they've been given more.
There's a protest.
Renault did protest the Racing Point's brake ducts. And there is, I think, there was reported that Mercedes had 8 different styles of variations of brake ducts over the last year, but one of them looks very, very identical on the outside
Yep.
to the Racing Points one that they use in Austria.
Because you can photograph the car, but you can't have the parts. You can't have Mercedes-Benz parts. So if that's happened, is it possible Mercedes-Benz have given them the part?
No. They would have designed them in-house, but it's the internals, and so Renault's protest has been admissible, so they're like, all right, we'll look into it. It wasn't dismissed. It's like, all right, we'll look into it. So over the next few weeks, we'll find out more about that. But the internals of where the ducting goes and how it channels air to and around the car from that point of view and into the brake ducts, into the brakes itself to cool them down. So many things that, it's not just one thing a device does in a Formula 1 car now. They now do so much. So,
are you expecting that to be investigated further and then penalised, some sort of fine for Racing Point?
Well, it'll be interesting if Racing Point brings a new brake duct for this weekend. I haven't read anything from it, or it could be a succession of like, listen, these races you could be excluded from the result.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't have a problem with it.
No,
I'm surprised that someone hasn't done it before.
I'm surprised they didn't do it the first race, but I think because both Racing Points finished ahead of the Renault, and it could be a big chunk of points that they could get, which would be over Racing Point or closing a gap to McLaren.
Someone should have done it 6 World Championships ago. So the next year we'd have a really, it's just been Mercedes-Benz versus Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, everyone should just copy them.
Just copy them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Be a single mate championship.
correct.
Yeah.
Give them the same car. Let's see who the best driver is.
It's not a bad idea.
So Racing Point maybe underperforming a little bit early on in the season, do you think? Or have
They weren't. One thing they weren't very good in the wet during qualifying. But they stormed through on race day.
Yeah.
They were 17th and 19th or something, or 16th and 19th. They were pretty shit.
Yeah.
Perez got out-qualified by Stroll. I think Stroll was 13th, and Perez was 17th or 18th.
Yeah.
So they were well down from where they should be.
Yeah.
But clearly they don't have the right setup for a wet tracing point. I do love that.
That's good. Speaking of people way back where they should be, Ferrari. Talk to me. What the hell? What's happening with the Ferraris?
The updates that were going to come for Hungary this weekend were brought forward a week forward to go to Austria. And what happened...
Is it just a really shit car?
It is. Well, the problem is when the FIA made the rule on no oil burning in combustion of the engines, all of a sudden the Ferrari engines tend to have lost a little bit of power. So from that point on, once that clarification of the ruling came out, Ferrari engines weren't very good.
Interesting.
So, and this year they're about a second a lap in qualifying trim, slower than last year's Ferrari.
So that'll probably carry on for the next year. 2021 is going to be the same situation. They'll be rubbish.
Yeah. So they found something with an oil burn trick in combustion. Wouldn't have a clue how, but they were ingenious about it. And I think, for me, just let them burn a bit of oil. Makes it interesting.
Absolutely. And if Mercedes are allowed to have their new DRS system.
Yep, their driver-assisted steering or...
the turning of the automatic turning system, whatever they... Yeah,
so they changed the camber of the front wheel by pushing the steering wheel forward and backwards.
See, if that's okay, just let Ferrari burn some oil.
I think...
Who cares?
I would personally like to see them just open the fucking rule book.
Just let them go.
Okay, you know what? It's got to be this size,
it's
got to be this wide, this high, this safe, and it's got to be, lighter.
Yep.
The cars are way too heavy.
Yep.
Bring them back to 600 kilos with driver, make them as light as fuck, and then go, guys, open to interpretation. If you want a big electric engine with a small engine like they did in LMP2, just have a bit of leniency and open up the books, because these people are geniuses. You look at what Mercedes done. Imagine if you gave them a clean slate and gone,
do whatever you want.
What you want.
Whatever you want. Imagine the stuff they'd be inventing that you could then use for, road cars and other technology. Strap a jet engine to it, Luke. Put a Rolls-Royce jet engine on the back of that.
Bit weighty.
Give it to Williams first. Let them have the first.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do it like, it's like, when you're at school and you get to pick the best footy players to join your team. So I'm the captain. Yeah. I'm going to choose. So Williams gets to go first. They can choose whatever they want. Jet engine. And by the time you get to Mercedes, there's nothing left.
Yeah.
And they have to make do.
Yeah. They've got a pulley system. So I want to talk on quali. Quali was epic. It was very wet. It probably should have been red flagged in going on past precedent, but it was an exciting qualifying.
Glad they didn't, Luke.
It really messed things up in the order. George Russell qualified 12th. Fantastic job from him. Gasly wiped the floor with Kvyat. Ocon did better than Ricciardo. Ricciardo seemed to get into a rhythm and get used to the wet running, where Ocon could just go out there and just bang a lap in by feel.
Wow.
Hamilton did that. Just a phenomenal lap. Like, we all know wet weather, it's not much of a thing for cars. Like, it's, Mercedes aren't just well out in front. It's a leveler.
Is it a way of separating the best drivers in the wet?
100%. And I Daniel's never been a strong wet racer. But when there's few drivers out there that
have the feel. Is it about feel?
Yeah. Hulkenberg was great in the rain.
Yeah.
Like in wet conditions or greasy conditions, he finds grip anyway. You saw in that German Grand Prix where he ended up crashing out.
Yeah.
Before that, he was up in a podium position.
Yeah.
In quite a short time. So there's people who are wet weather specialists, and this weekend should be wet.
Not great for Dan then.
No. The problem with having a wet weekend, like the Friday practice was fine, afternoon practice was wet, and they're expecting afternoon possible thunderstorms and rain on Saturday and Sunday afternoon. My issue with that is if teams only have X amount of, they have a short supply of intermediate and wet tyres. So you're not going to get people running on Friday when it started raining, because they only have X amount of sets, and if they're expecting rain further in the weekend, they're not going to put in their intermediate tyres if they're going to be needing it for the race or for qualifying.
Yep.
So Pirelli need to bring, and the FIA need to extend the rules and go, hey, we need to bring a few more sets of these tyres, because if they don't have enough tyres, you're not getting things on track, you're not watching it on TV, there's no fans to do this. So you're playing for the fans that are at home watching, and if you're not putting on a spectacle, if you're not putting these cars on track, you've got dead air for an hour and a half on a Friday afternoon when you've got a couple of people doing laps. It's pointless. Give them some tyres, let them go have some fun, let them learn their cars in the wet, let them tune their setups. If you don't give them the tyres, they won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You could use 2 or 3 sets of intermediates in a Grand Prix.
Yep.
And then when are you going to use them again?
Exactly.
So give them a couple extra sets, let them play, let them get out there and put it on TV so it's something interesting to watch.
Yep.
More wet tyres, I say. When
I'm
it's moist, we need more time.
Speaking of moist, this tandem F1 podcast luge that we're broadcasting live from.
You smell good. Have you showered?
It's weird that I can't see your eyes though, because I'm sitting.
I could draw them on my bald spot.
I'm in front of you. You're cupping me, and I can we're just looking in the rear view mirror, and I can when I talk to you, it's just awkward. It is easier than me turning around though, facing you.
Oh, of course.
In a cockpit, this close.
Yeah,
that's not COVID safe.
No,
this is COVID safe.
Definitely.
But
I can cough on the back of your neck, and you're still not going to have an issue.
Could you move your right foot? It's a little. It's just like the knees into. Thank you, mate.
That better?
That's better.
Okay.
Sorry. Continue.
So I think wet qualifying for every race. Get some trucks out there. All those, there's helicopters.
Oh.
The drop over fires.
Yes.
Just dump a bit of water along the track.
Dump the water.
Get a couple out there.
This is part of the Making Formula One Great initiative that we've been putting forward for how many years now, Luke?
2 and a bit.
2 and a bit. 2 and a bit years.
Established.
Doesn't seem like much, does it? Doesn't seem like, but it is.
It doesn't. But
when you've got so many ideas,
if
Luke,
you go back and
it's
listen
a lot
to
of ideas.
every podcast that we've done, you'll realise it's a long time.
We recommend you do that, actually. Go back,
do it right now.
Listen to every single podcast, and you will hear some absolute top-shelf podcasting.
And some nonsense.
Mostly rubbish.
A lot of nonsense. But it's also, once you listen to it all, you go, yeah, that did sound long.
Yep.
But dump some water on the track with these firefighting helicopters, all those dumping planes, the planes that do
Luke, yes. Maybe
we had a lot of fires over here in Australia. Don't worry. Me and Adam are fine.
We're fine.
But you just drop a bit of water on the track.
You could add a bit of extra variability by every third bucket that you drop is oil.
Even mid-session. dump a bottle of water on there. So the car's going down the straight.
And you've got no
Then you've
idea.
got this fire bomber just flying over the top and then
idea when
just
it's gonna
drops.
happen. You got no idea. Everyone's on slicks. It's 36 degrees. Everyone's going, oh, there's only three laps to go of this race. Suddenly, over the top of the hill comes this. No! Quick, dive into the pits now. You don't know how much. You don't know what it's going to be.
You'll need to drill like little holes in your cockpit just in case the fire bomber pours water into your cockpit.
Because it's very specific.
Yeah.
It could just be on you.
Yeah.
And everyone else is fine.
That's it.
It always goes on Lewis for some reason.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Now to miss him, he's Jesus. I saw him wearing a T-shirt, and it had a hand from hell, and then it had a Jesus hand. I'm assuming it's Jesus.
Okay.
Because it's just a hand.
Just a hand.
And it has a big hole in the middle.
Oh.
On a T-shirt.
Okay. Where the nail was.
Where the nail was.
Sure.
It's like he just pulled it out of there.
Sure.
It's dried up. It's fine. It's not dripping blood.
Uh-huh.
But he's got this red hole in his hand. I'm like,
Right.
that's a bit obscene. The kid's going to like a holy hand.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Maybe that's how Jesus masturbates.
With a hole.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
What do you reckon?
It wouldn't be very well
You can
endowed,
ask for
though.
forgiveness.
Yeah.
2 hands.
Well, you can. I mean, you can ask for forgiveness for literally anything,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
fine.
then you're good.
You can you're fine. No, you're
If
right.
anyone's offended by this, we're sorry.
Yeah.
Please forgive us. You have to.
Just killed 3 guys, gone to confession, all good.
3 Hail Marys or something.
Yes. Anyway, we're not here. This is not a political
This
podcast,
is not
Luke.
about-
This is about Formula One
But that
motorsports,
T-shirt
Luke.
was ridiculous.
Stay focused. Let's not bag out any more religions.
Ridiculous.
But seriously,
Let's bag out some
Buddhism.
more.
What the lazy bastards. Like, keep going, sorry.
I am a practicing Buddhist. I'm
Yes.
still practicing. Just haven't quite got there yet.
No, that's fine.
I haven't read anything, but I've got the stomach
You wouldn't
and the bald
hurt.
head.
Correct. You are halfway there. You're like a little oversized hairy Buddha.
I'm a deity.
Yeah.
I'm going to start my own religion.
Yeah. And you wears Wally socks. I like
You
them.
like 'em?
Well, they're right here. I mean, we're in this little
Part of the religion.
Yeah.
Special red and white socks.
Faith. It's part of your faith.
You found them. Part of the deal.
Part of the deal.
All right.
What are we
what other
talking about?
nonsense are we talking about?
Oh, yes, Formula One.
Formula One. So, again, Russell, great job.
McLaren, how did they go? How did McLaren go?
McLaren did well.
Yeah, they're punching above their weight.
Sainz got P3 in the wet qualifying. Norris stormed to P5 in the race. A good move for Daniel next year.
Oh,
McLaren.
wouldn't it be-
Everyone's going, oh, let's go to Ferrari. I'm like, no.
Carlos,
McLaren's
what's
the way to
Carlos
go.
thinking right now?
Oh, he's kicking
Carlos
himself.
Sainz is screwed. He thought he got the trip to the big team, the big league.
Yep.
And everyone thought, why would you do that?
Wrong.
Dan, that's a move just to the side. That's a sideways move. No, it's not.
Wouldn't do
You're going
that.
straight to the top of the pile, my friend. Dan Ricciardo looks like a genius right now.
Yeah, that's right. So, well done to McLaren, both in the points. Again, Norris did a great job. Sainz got fastest lap.
How did AlphaTauri
The
do?
Alphas, not much. Gasly did well in the rain. Raikkonen outshone Giovinazzi in the rain as well. I think when it comes to rain, there's some people that are just much better in it. Bottas is rumoured to be going to staying at Mercedes.
Oh, he was going to. And I went, what? No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Breaking
I just
news
saw your
here,
eyes
folks.
light up.
Breaking news. No,
That's
he's
not
going
true.
to
So
be
Russell-
the number 2 driver forever.
Yes, he's going to
At
be the number
Mercedes.
2 again for 2021. It's not confirmed, but it's pretty sure that's what's going to happen because Russell and Latifi have been confirmed at Williams for next year.
God, I feel sorry for George,
Latifi's
though.
done 2 races.
Yeah.
Again, he was P11. He overtook Max Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo,
Yep.
both the Haas.
Yep.
Outraced his teammate George Russell, who had over time. So anyone who retired, he beat.
Yeah.
In that first
That's
race,
pretty
finishing
impressive.
P11. So automatically you get a contract renewal. It's
There
interesting.
you go. Would you think that George Russell would be the hot tip for 2022 at Mercedes-Benz?
I think so. He deserves a spot. At least I would have put him in Racing Point, but it looks like if Sebastian goes there.
We haven't even spoken about that.
We'll,
That's the
when
big
when
news
we
this
talk
week.
to him, we'll talk about it soon. But
Yeah,
I've
big
only got one
news.
more team to cover in the wrap,
Then we'll talk about that.
And
no, we
it's-
got some awards coming up as well.
and this is we're going to talk about Haas.
Yep. Oh, crickets, my friends.
Nothing going on there.
Crickets.
Nothing going on
Poor
there.
Haas. You know, we need Haas to do well in Formula One. We need the American... Well, we kind of need American
I would
interest.
like them to be a little bit more competitive.
I'd like some American drivers. I want to see some American... Get the cream of the crop.
Joseph Newgarden.
Get him in.
Get him in.
Get Newgarden in.
Yep.
Well, it can't be any worse than Grosjean and...
Do you know Joseph
Viking.
Newgarden should have his own chocolate bar? Newgarden Nougat.
Yeah, Nougat. I like that. Nice link.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
The car does almost look like a chocolate bar in some respects.
It
It's got
does.
the brown, and it could be...
Brown.
It could be... what's it, a famous American chocolate
Brown.
manufacturer?
Hershey's.
Hershey's. There you go. Just call it Hershey's.
Yeah,
A
Kit
chocolate
Kat.
bar. Yeah. I mean, no one's paying attention anyway.
No.
Just make your car a giant chocolate bar. At least at least the kids will love it.
Yeah.
These kids, let's go for the giant chocolate bar, Dad. Oh, that's my team.
Yeah. All the little fans that have, all those little diabetic fans.
And in the middle, a little bit of nougat.
Oh, yes.
Nougarden. In the middle of the chocolate bar, there's some nougat.
Oh, seamless.
Well done.
What do we got here? Toto has gotten rid of his buffet screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was just donning a normal... He's gotten rid of the sizzler screen.
Why?
I don't know what a buffet is in America, but
But I mean, he would walk up and down the paddock, and everyone would spit in his face,
it wouldn't matter.
and he was happy with it.
But now he's got his glasses and he'll wear his normal mask.
Okay,
But he does.
That's a
his,
shame.
Yeah, I do miss the sizzler shield. It's
Yeah.
one of the highlights of 2020.
yeah.
There was a. Did you see the interesting way that they delivered the trophies to the drivers after the race? Did you see
They
that?
just sort of left them. It's very unceremonious. Just sort of pick them up.
Not in the last race.
No.
They had little remote control cars,
Oh, really? So you didn't have to touch anything.
and it was a.
Is that right?
It was a box, like a
I
cube
must have fallen
box.
asleep at this part.
They sat on top of it, and then they drove it
What?
like 3/4 of the way to the drivers, and the drivers had to grab off, like step
Awkwardly.
off and grab it. Well, what's the fucking point of that? If you're going to have a box that moves towards the driver, there's a lot of robots taking jobs nowadays in manufacturing
Correct.
and things like that. And all this, putting a remote control car under a box,
Correct.
it's taking jobs away from little people.
Correct.
We need midgets back in F1.
Brilliant.
Midgets, little people. I'm not sure what the political correct term, but
Little
when-
people.
Little people.
I think that's fair.
Little people.
Little
The
people.
way you
That seems
said
like
it.
a nice
Good.
way to say it. Yeah.
Yep. Dwarves.
Dwarfs. Munchkins.
I don't think like Oompa
Get a
Loompas.
couple of Oompa Loompas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they could just be under there, like you.
Yeah.
Who was a Star Wars character? The white thing. There was a
white
little
thing?
person in there.
R2D2.
That's the one. Yep. Just get him in. Get the dwarves
Get
in
a
there.
whole, yeah.
Carrying the box.
If you really want to have it look like it's
At least he's going to make it the whole way there.
Yes.
He's not going to go 3/4 of the way there. Who can't drive an RC car for 10 meters?
Exactly. Get a human in a computer car.
It looked-
Just get a human involved in it.
It looks shit.
Yeah.
Just this. And then it just drops it off.
And the batteries run out.
Yeah. And then they just drive it away. I'm
Yeah.
like, who gives a shit? Just put the trophy on the podium. They can pick it up from there.
Can't you just wear a glove? Can't the person that normally hands the trophy over just wear gloves?
No, just don't. Just have it there on the thing. Or get some fantastic whiz-bang way. Not a dodgy fucking remote control guy who's never driven a thing before.
What about a walking stick?
It's the pinnacle of motorsport.
It is. Wouldn't it be better to have a walking stick, have the trophy on a skateboard, and have a walking stick just coming out when you're watching the screen, the TV? You can see a walking stick just pushing the award on the roller skates.
I would prefer the skateboard, and it's just on a rope,
On a
and you
rope.
just bring it in.
Yeah. That's way better.
A thick rope.
And
I
that's-
want it to be noticeable.
And at least it's not lame. It's funny this way.
Yes.
It's like, oh, that's great. They're utilising a
Humour.
skateboard, someone's skateboard, and they've just tied a bit of rope around it.
Yep.
But this, they've gone like,
Or they just put the rope around the trophy and drag it in.
it across. Genius, Luke. It's like
Sparking
bouncing
up.
It's fallen over.
It's all
dragged.
dinted and shit.
Yeah.
They pick it up. Hey!
Exactly. At least it's better than,
Dodgy RC car.
imagine the amount of thought that goes into that, using that computer car.
Who signed off on that? Who goes, this is our brand.
Righto, guys.
We're going to put this stupid piece of shit and we're going to drive it slowly.
Yeah.
And then we're going to fall short every
Yeah.
single time we deliver a
Yeah.
trophy.
Don't worry, guys. There's no one in the stadium, but we're going to make it worthwhile.
The whole world is watching
Yep.
your pathetic attempt
Yeah.
at a trophy delivery
Yeah, yeah.
system.
We've got
Or
this-
what about a drone?
To have a drone, just lower it down. A drone lowers it down. So
There's so many other ways of delivery devices.
It's almost like God drops them the award, like, "Ah," and then
Here's
it's just
another
there.
one. Call me crazy. You know, pitching ball machines. You got
Perfect.
two big spinners and it flicks the ball out. You just put the trophy in.
Perfect.
And it spits it out of them. And have to catch
If
it.
you're not watching,
You'll get a plate to the head.
you lose the podium.
That's it. No, you
Nah.
you didn't catch it, mate.
Nah.
Fuck off.
Penalty.
So
Good
and
ideas, Luke.
see, that's what we're all about.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Everyone podcast.
Sebastian Vettel is planning to replace Lance Stroll as Lawrence's son.
Well, hang on. Slow down. Lance Stroll's son. He's not
Lawrence
going
Stroll.
anywhere.
Lawrence's son, Lance.
Sorry, Lawrence's son.
Well, they just come up with different names.
I know, it's so similar.
Daddy Stroll.
Mini-me. Just call him Mini-me. Surely,
Richie.
I mean,
Rich.
he's only there because he's got a rich dad. His dad bought
Yes.
him a team.
Yes.
He's not going to be the first to go. Surely Perez will be the first to go.
Perez brings a lot of money with sponsorship, and he has a decent-sized wage, so they'd have to pay him out of his wage because he has a contract for next year. So they'd have to pay him out of his wage and lose the sponsorship of the people that back him. That's money.
There's a lot of money.
Aston Martin are
Strolls.
coming in.
Yeah.
Do you want just to Lance Stroll is be like, oh, he's very nonchalant. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, where Sergio's like, yep, going to keep working hard, and
Yeah.
try and get the best results for the team, blah, blah, blah. Being very professional with Lance, like, nah, I'm fine. Now, fuck that. I want him out.
Oh, yeah.
Just for his pure arrogance.
Well, Perez is by far the better driver.
But I like Sebastian, and I'll miss talking to him, which we're about to do in a second.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
But to have Lance in place of Sebastian Vettel? No.
Well, to have Lance in place of Perez, that would be a no. I mean, if you want credibility, Aston Martin want credibility in the sport.
It's your brand.
You're not going to have credibility if you leave Lance there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have Sebastian. You can't replace Perez with Sebastian because you're not bettering the team much.
Nope.
All you're doing is getting maybe a slightly better driver. Maybe not. I think some rate Perez as highly as
Did you
Sebastian.
say rape Perez?
Sebastian's tried. He's tried many times. But, you know, you're not gaining much by keeping Lance. You've got to imagine that driver lineup. Imagine Perez and Sebastian. That's suddenly an amazing lineup.
Yeah.
You keep Lance there. Doesn't matter who you put with Lance.
I
It's
think
not an amazing driver lineup.
Having Vettel there is definitely better for Aston Martin. It's definitely better for Tracing Point.
It's more legit.
And having Perez there, Perez scored multiple podiums. Lance has one, which he lucked into in Azerbaijan. People forget that. People forget that he got a podium there.
Yeah, that's true.
But he does need to step up his game. He needs to finish ahead of Sergio. He needs to have better race pace. Qualifying, he does well. When he starts the Grand Prix, he starts well. Always seems to make up positions. But he needs to be better in the dry.
Yep.
And get some... he needs to finish ahead of Perez at the end of the race.
What's your gut? What's
My
your gut say?
My
What's your
gut says they're
feel?
going to get rid of Perez, and it's going to be a shame.
No.
Sergio
Really?
Sergio has had chats with other teams and also other series, and he
Really?
deserves his place in F1. He's a great.
Are you
he's
saying
a
that
good
Sergio
driver.
already thinks he's gone by having a chat with other
I think
series?
Well, here the thing is if Sergio has a deal for next year, which he does, but he's already talking to other teams, it makes me think they're going to get rid of Perez to bring in Vettel, and I don't think that's the right way to do
You can't
it.
get rid of Perez. I'm sorry. He saved Force India.
If he gets
saved them single-handedly from going
did.
bankrupt.
He did.
And disappearing off the face of Formula One.
Yeah.
He can't. He's a better driver. He saved the team.
Yeah.
It's
I agree.
Credibility for Aston Martin going forward. Yeah. Aston Martin would be furious.
Yeah. But they'd be happy
Can't
that
they
you got
just pass
Sebastian.
off? Can't they get rid of Lance and go, Williams will pay you, Stroll will look after his son. Put him in Williams and pay Williams a shitload of money just to keep that loser in place.
We're not just doing this for money.
No.
We're doing it for a shitload of money.
Yeah, Williams is doing it for a shitload of money. We've got a name to look after.
That's right.
Wow, that's intriguing. That's a big
I
call.
hope
Luke,
that
that's
it's
a big...
Vettel, Perez.
I hope it is.
And I hope Lance can be reserve driver. He can do one practice every Grand Prix.
Yeah.
But other than that,
imagine the team lineups. Imagine suddenly
Yeah,
Racing Points becomes a big deal now.
Yeah.
It's up there with McLaren and Renault. Renault, sorry. It's up there with McLaren
Well, you'll have Alonso,
and Mercedes and Ferrari.
Alonso,
and Red
Ocon,
Bull.
Vettel, Perez,
Yeah.
Ricardo, Norris.
Well, that's right. It does. I mean, Alonso gives Renault credibility, which is why they're bringing Alonso in.
Yeah. It's
I hope
it
you're
would
wrong.
strengthen the grid.
I hope you're wrong, Luke, but unfortunately, you never are, or very rarely are.
Should we talk to
Sebastian Vettel.
Seb Vettel?
Oh, do we want to do awards? Did you want to do some awards? Do you want to hand out awards first?
We'll be talking about Sebastian. Let's.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good segue.
Yeah.
It's a good segue.
Yeah, we're making it a segue.
We on hold? We got him on hold?
Yeah.
Any idea where he is?
No.
Probably the employment queue somewhere.
Maybe.
Maybe looking for a job. Maybe.
If he is, we would have a whole new segment.
Okay. Gosh. We used to have finding a job with
Brendan
Brendan Hartley. Oh, Brendan
finding
Hartley.
a job
With Brendan. We might be doing the same thing with Sebastian.
Yeah.
Let's check him out.
Right.
Hi, guys. Hi, it's me, Sebastian Vettel, four-time world champion.
Nice to see you, Sebastian. How's
guys.
things?
I'm really great. See where I am right now. Can you see me? I'm waving.
What's
Hi,
your
guys.
favorite color?
Pink.
Oh.
Have you seen my pink bits? Oh, I can't. No, it's und top
I
secret.
have.
You guys, yeah, you have. You
I
naughty-
have.
You cheeky boy. Yes, but you know the weird thing is, look, you've never shown me your pink bits.
You've seen him?
Oh,
You had to squint to find it, but it's
oh.
there.
I thought you just took a photograph of the last turkey in the shop, and you went, "Hey, here's my pink bits." And I went, "No, that's not your pink bit." As if they look like this.
It does.
That's the last turkey in the
It's a
shop.
horrifying looking.
It's very
turkey substance.
smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Dried up.
Yeah, and
It's
I don't
been
know
in that shop for a
what's
while.
that little thing on top of its head? It was a little, like a cockerel head.
It's a cape.
Yeah, well,
I have a little penis cape.
it's weird.
It's weird for some, but if
That's your
you're in the
penis.
penis cape community,
Ah.
it's quite a common thing. I think you should get on board.
Sounds delicious. So, I'm here und the employment office. Hi, welcome to Frieda's employment office. This is Frieda. Hi, say hi to Frieda.
Hi, Frida.
Hi, Frieda. Say hi to the boy. This is the, what's the name of this podcast again, guys? I don't even fucking know, Frieda. I don't even know what, I've barely met these guys. But that Luca, he's a hottie. Hottie. Say hi, Frieda.
Hello, Frida.
No. Just say hi. You don't say, when you say hi, you don't say your name, Frieda. You just say hi. So I'll say it to you, Frieda. Say hi, Frieda.
Hi, Frida.
No, you say hi. Because you're Frieda. You don't have to say your name. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, let's try again. Frieda, say hi to Effing Fun Podcast.
Hi to everything about
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's better. Okay, so we are in the employment office. I'm here because, und the rumor.
What kind of job do you want?
Thank you. I want something that can.
No, you can't have that job.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I want to utilize
No, you can't have that job.
my assets.
Oh.
So I was thinking maybe a male model on the catwalk. Could I do the modeling?
Well, I think not.
A trouserless model?
No,
I've got a great cock.
I don't want to see your cock.
No,
I don't want to smell your
No,
cock.
I'm so sorry. It's the brother of Speckled Jim. It's a real cock. Like he's a
Speak
cockerel.
of Speckled Jim.
He lives in my trouser. He's a cockerel.
Is that what
It's
you call
not-
him?
Yeah. It's
What did you name him after?
After Speckled Jim.
Brave fighting cock.
No.
We know of him in this employment office.
I called him Flaky Jim,
Flaky Jim.
not Speckled.
Oh, that's some,
Speckled was his father.
some kind of
Und
skin
Farge.
irritation.
He does. Well, he lives so close to that area. He's always got some kind of irritation.
Get an ointment. But for the jobs,
Yes, I need some job because I think I might be out of a job next year.
I see something different for you. I don't think you know, but as an employment agent officer, I actually have a side business. Would you
Frida.
like me to help you here?
Oh, Frieda, you're amazing. Please, can you help und Sebastian Vettel?
I have it's a crystal ball, and I look into it and I see you will have a job next year. It will be.
Wait, am I wearing pink? Am I inside the pink? Am I
You-
in the stink?
You are balls deep in pink,
I'm balls deep in pink in the stink.
but
But,
it won't be as pink as you think.
oh, it's a black guy.
They are still pink on the inside. I'm talking that the sponsorship of your said team may not
Tell me, I'm gonna be...
in Haas.
You know what? I think I'll just, maybe I'll just be a bum. I do like them. Maybe I'll just... No.
Or we've got an anus bleacher position coming up.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Thanks very much. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Hi.
Oh,
Not much of an interview, but
not much of an interview, was it? We didn't even ask
we
a
just had to
question.
sit back and just let him talk.
Well, at least. So he would rather be unemployed living on the streets than driving a
Anus
Haas.
bleacher as well.
And,
I would rather be, well,
well,
Just
you
for
can't-
one race.
Can't blame him.
just for one race.
Yeah, drive a gigantic Hershey bar. Just for one race. At least the kids will love it. Well, that was fun. That was Sebastian Vettel, 4-time world champion. Gee, we really punch above our weight in this podcast.
Who else gets Sebastian Vettel
No.
talking about balls deep in a black eye?
I mean, he really opens up for us.
Yeah.
Literally.
Really?
Really does. I mean, I have any of the big podcasts, the Formula One, the ones full of those English pale pasty guys.
F1
That
Nation?
smell,
No.
That smell like
The
Parmesan
race?
cheese.
No.
Nah. I do like the race.
I do love the
I'm
race.
a big fan of Ed Straw.
Huge fan of Ed Straw.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot to love
Scott Mitchell,
about
he's
Ed
at the race as well. He's
Yeah.
very good.
He's a very nice man.
Yes, it's
It's not as good as this podcast. I wouldn't say it's as informative.
No.
I don't think they have
No,
the
if-
relationship.
If you want information, go to them.
If you want close ties,
In depth, go to them.
go to them. Just if you want real information, relevant information, this is not your podcast.
No, Autosport.
Any
That's
of
a good
those.
one.
Any of them are good.
Beyond the Grid with Tom Clarkson does
Yep.
a great job there.
Yep.
There's heaps of better ones for information, but you're not
Yeah.
here for information.
Not even for information.
You're here for how to make F1 great again.
That's
How to talk nonsense. And
Exactly
we get a
right.
chance to peer in the lives of Sebastian Vettel,
this is the Little Aussie Battlers podcast.
Kimi Raikkonen,
Yeah.
and occasionally we get a chance to talk with
We don't
Robert Kubica.
We don't get to fly in and fly out of
No.
these beautiful destinations around the world. We are sitting here in Nerang at the Gold Coast on the street corner in a horrible little fibro unit. And that is getting down and dirty with Formula One.
Just under that fibro, asbestos.
Asbestos. There's a layer of asbestos. And we're...
So let's go to awards.
Oh, good idea.
All right?
We've got some big awards to give away this week. Luke, your
We're a
customary...
very giving podcast.
Very much. Yeah. Selfless.
Oh,
Some call it selfless.
some call us
not about-
lazy.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
Some call us inconsistent.
like our parents did.
That's just mum.
And they said, you'll amount to nothing. And that's exactly what happened.
Look at us now, Mum.
Couple of middle-aged guys on a sofa.
Look at us now.
Look at us now, Mum.
Eh? She was right.
The Green Award, Luke, for the environmental friendly approach to Formula One.
Lowering our carbon footprint.
Lowering the carbon footprint.
I just want to make I want to redo the Green Award from the first race. First race should be the coronavirus get the Green Award because it stopped everything.
It did.
It stopped Formula One. It stopped the travel.
Correct.
It wasn't F1 that made that decision. That was the coronavirus. Well done, coronavirus. You won last week's Green Award. But this week,
The coronavirus has, just a side note, reinvigorated the planet.
it has.
You go to Venice, the waterways are clear. There are fish in there now.
It's fucked over many economies, killed a bunch
Who
of people.
cares? There's
but by
fish
God,
in
there's
Florence.
Fish in Venice.
Venice.
There too.
Yes.
There's fish in Florence.
And
I
if
can't
you
talk.
look at the CO2 emissions over China, nothing for
Yeah,
the whole time.
They can see each other now.
They can actually see each
They
other.
don't squint anymore there either. Tried so hard not to laugh.
I looked at you, and you were just, the face was so funny.
So the Green Award this week goes to Ferrari for their double DNF,
Well done.
crashing into each other, making their upgraded parts into a million pieces at turn 3. And the funny thing is, Charles Leclerc said, someone hit me from behind.
Do his voice.
Someone hit me from behind.
There we go. Beautiful.
Next award, the Yuji Ide Award.
Yes. For
Wasting.
Useless Pile of Shit Award.
That's pretty much
Wasting
it.
everyone's time award. Who won that one?
That is the Haasholes. It should just be the Haas Award.
The Hershey Highway.
Hershey, Haas, Hershey, or Haas.
Haas Hershey.
Yeah,
Haas Hershey.
Haas.
Horsey Haas. We should have
Fucking say
we
it.
should have practiced this before we did it.
Hershey Haas.
Hershey Haasholes.
Yeah. They get it because
The Hershey Highway.
they are horrible.
They're shitty. The Hershey Highway.
Yep. The Pasta Maldonado Award.
Oh yes.
And you did forget what that was for last week.
I did. I forgot.
It's the worst driving, dangerous driving.
Dangerous driving.
That goes to one man, the bad boy of Formula One.
Oh, he's so bad.
He's from Monaco.
The bad
He
man.
likes to travel at home and, not do his social distancing.
Yep. Yes. Didn't do
And
social
he
distancing.
crashes into his teammate.
Takes full
Takes them
responsibility.
both out of the race.
Yeah. At least he puts his hands up.
Wears the T-shirt and says, "I'm with stupid,"
Yeah.
and it points to himself.
Yep. See, Sebastian would never do that. Whenever he makes a mistake, he never admits to it.
No.
That's the secret.
Yep.
Never admit your mistakes.
Leclerc is weak. So Charles Leclerc gets the Pasta Maldonado Award for dangerous driving after crashing into his teammate, taking them both out of the race in the first lap. Fuckwit.
How about the Dan Ricciardo Lick It and Send It Award?
The Lick It and Send It Award is the award given to the best overtaking manoeuvre of the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
There was some good ones, but there was one that licked it and sent the fucking thing, and that was Lance Stroll on Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah.
He licked it.
He did.
He licked it again.
It was a bit crazy.
And if it wasn't for Daniel, they wouldn't have been sent.
No.
He would have had a pile of debris.
2 cars out of the race.
Yeah, but he made it stick. He made it happen. And he'd been trying for a while, and Daniel was getting a really good run out of turn 3, so he couldn't get him in turn 4. Lance caught him unawares, went underneath him, went deep, and they both went off track.
He could have very easily have won the Pasta Maldonado Award.
It could have.
He could have been the doofus had Dan not have avoided that contact. So
Interesting, if he didn't avoid contact, if he turned in, is that Daniel for not avoiding contact, or is this Lance's problem for causing a collision?
Yeah.
You'd think it would be causing a collision.
You think so?
But the fact they're like, oh no, Daniel got out of your way, it's okay. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
if he didn't, then that's the end of both their races.
Then he would have been he would have had a penalty.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dan.
The last award.
The FE1 Podcast Award. Making Formula One great, Luke.
And he's done it again.
Who's done it?
Lando Norris.
Lando.
What a brilliant man.
Lando Calrissian.
The little man, Chuck Norris.
Little Chuck. He is great value.
Yep, snagged. P5 in the last corner.
What, he overtook 2 cars in the last lap or last 2 laps?
Yep.
Pretty good.
Daniel got
Well, he had
Ocon,
Stroll helped him out.
Stroll.
Yeah.
And then Perez with his damaged wing.
And that would never have been a problem had Ocon let Dan through when he had the
May
chance.
not have.
Anyway, that's history.
And then we got the Speckle Jim Award. It's the Speckle Jim Medal. It's given to the driver. We'll give it to them in Melbourne.
Oh, the Speckle Jim Award, Luke. Oh, I've forgotten about
The
that.
beautiful medal. It's made out of tin.
Yep.
With a beautiful F1 podcast lanyard.
Yes.
With Speckle Jim's likeness on it, with his tilted, crooked neck, and the tongue sticking out the side.
Uncanny. And he's cross-eyed.
Cross-eyed, boss-eyed, cross-eyed.
Beautiful. And this award is for the little girl, the little Aussie battler. They don't have to be Aussie, but the battler, the guy that just never gave up.
Your best on ground.
Best on ground, the best effort.
So there's 3 votes. 3 to the best. Second best gets 2.
Yeah.
And third best. So my votes are Lando Norris for another great drive.
Yep.
And the 2 votes to Sergio Perez. He drove well from, I think he was 17th. He nearly got Albon for 4th. But he finished 6th, so not a bad race for Sergio Perez. And 1 vote for Lance Stroll for getting up there, close to his teammate. Made some decent overtakes and kind of hustled a bit, which was good to see. But, they're the 3-2-1 votes of the
well done.
Steiermark Styrian Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful name. Styrian. Like some weird, horrible disease you get.
Did you like our Did you like the photo I put up on Instagram
Loved
about
it.
you and me
Loved it.
in our beautiful costumes
yes.
and black and white?
Very nice.
I added the black and white because I thought I wanted to make it look
Yeah.
a little bit retro,
Yeah.
a little bit like little Hitler.
Yeah.
And,
It took a long time to replicate that famous photo.
Took ages to get your hair right.
Yeah. I remember. It was nice. It was funny to get dressed up though, wasn't it? Which we have been also doing today.
Yeah.
Good little segue. We are in our lovely Hungarian outfits. You are Attila the Hun, and I'm the Hun. You're Attila, and I'm one of your Hun.
Oh, you're a beautiful Hun.
One thing I didn't realise about Attila the Hun, he died when he was 19. And he had been doing a lot of raping and pillaging and conquering.
Probably some kind of
At
STI.
Yeah. They started early back in those days.
Yeah.
So he must have done, I don't know when he
Who
started.
conquers anything at 19?
Well, he died at 19. So he did this before he was
Yeah.
19. Like, man.
What were the
you
adults doing
when
at
you
that
were
time?
I don't know. I think they only lived to like 20. That was a normal life
was it.
expectancy.
Okay.
What were you doing at 19?
A lot of masturbation. Pretty much the same now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing's
You
changed.
don't really get remembered for that, though, do you? They don't put you in the history books.
Well,
Unless you're really good
if
at
anyone
it.
goes to my OnlyFans page and subscribe, you'll see that.
There is that fan page, the masturbation page that you have. Yeah. Ripping the skin off it.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh.
we're in you're dressed as Attila the Hun, and I'm one of the female Huns.
Beautiful Hun.
Yeah. So we look. I think it makes sense when you're dressed up for a podcast.
We've got 3 championships to go through.
Oh,
We've got the
good.
Drivers' Championship,
So
the
I got
Constructors'
sidetracked.
Championship.
I got
No.
sidetracked.
We needed to talk about what we're wearing. 'cause
We did.
We hadn't. The people at home would be thinking, what are they wearing?
Yeah, I'd love to know what these
All
guys-
of our listeners do think, what are you wearing?
I wonder what you guys are wearing. You sound so informative. You must be wearing something from
Something clerical.
the 4th century from the Hungarian Alps region.
It's right where we're from.
Correct.
So we've got the Drivers' Championship, the Constructors' Championship, and the all-important F1
Yes.
Podcast Turd Championship.
Yeah. Oh, the Turd Championship.
Explain the Turd
The
Championship.
Turd Championship is the championship for the worst driver in Formula One for the season. So we celebrate the great, don't we? We always give so much attention to people who are succeeding and who are amazing at what they do. What about the poor little battler that's shithouse?
Boring. We want to bring it. We want to talk about the shit people. Like
Yes.
us. Like us.
This
like
podcast.
us people.
Yeah, if you only talked about great podcasts, great Formula One podcasts, this would never be mentioned. This
Wouldn't even be
podcast.
happening.
No.
Wouldn't be sitting here talking.
But we're the 5th sexiest.
According
to the latest polls.
I bet you Sebastian voted a few times for that.
Must have done.
So the Drivers' Championship, Bottas is ahead on 43, Hamilton 37, Norris 26 with his bonus fastest lap
Well, this
in
is
the
not
first race.
This is not the Turd Championship.
No, this is not the Turd Championship.
This is the championship.
This is the actual championship that everyone wants to win.
Then we'll tell you about the Turd
blah,
Championship.
blah, blah.
Gotcha.
Leclerc 18, Perez 16, Verstappen 15, Sainz 13, Albon 12, Gasly 6, Stroll 6, Ocon and Ricciardo on 4, Giovinazzi on 2, Vettel and Kvyat on 1. Everyone else got nothing. The Constructors' Championship, Mercedes on 80, McLaren 39, Red Bull 27, Racing Point 22, Ferrari 19, Renault 8, AlphaTauri 7, Alfa Romeo 2, Williams 0, Haas 0. And the Turd Championship.
The Turd Championship, the worst of the worst. Who's really
shit
sucking
of the
out there?
shit.
Who's shit in 2020, Luke, so far?
Well, so far, it's the two guys who have DNF'd the first. They're on equal negative 25 points. That's Sebastian Vettel, Max Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc, and George Russell, all on negative 18. Lance Stroll, negative 15 with Esteban Ocon, negative 14 for Magnussen and Grosjean, the two household teammates which were featured very well last year in the Turd Championship. Nicholas Latifi, the rookie, he's on negative 13. Gasly, negative 8. Raikkonen, negative 7. Giovinazzi, negative 6. Alexander Albon, negative 4. And Daniil Kvyat, negative 2. Going into this weekend's Hungarian Grand Prix.
The Turd
That's a spicy
Championship.
Turd Championship.
Steamy. Very, very steamy work there, mate. Looking over at the tipping, we have a look at the tipping?
Tipping.
Do you want to have a look at that after the
Yes, we can.
the Austrian, the
So,
Steinmark?
The Steiermark Styrian Grand Prix,
Who's
brought
leading
to you
that?
by no one, Rolex probably. So the leader of that championship is Jim Foley. Sorry, Pat, just got your hopes up there.
Jimmy boy.
Jim Foley.
Oh,
or
Jimmy.
Foley one, as he likes to put himself as.
Jimmy. Look at
He's-
you at the top of the
He
ladder
got 17 out of 20 in the last Grand Prix.
He's good.
That's exceptional.
He's very, very good.
And then we
Over
have...
in the States, what do you know? What state of the States he lives?
No, I don't.
No.
I'll ask him.
Yeah. Find out where he is.
Yep.
California
You reckon California?
or Oregon.
I don't think you're close. But thanks for trying.
That's okay.
Pat got 14
Pat
this
Foley.
week. Pat Foley, Jimmy Foley, so 17-14 for those two. Cliff, Smushy McTransfish, 13 along with us. We all got 13. Big Ben, who was second in the championship, completely forgot to put in his votes.
Big Ben, the dolphin trainer.
So he
Gosh,
gets fuck all.
gosh, his positive reinforcement with those animals is just wonderful to watch.
Second to none.
Just rewards them for good behaviour and
Yep.
does hit them sometimes. If he does,
No, he
gets a
does.
stick out and whacks a dolphin, which is a shame. Big Ben, we think you're better than that, mate. We think you're better
It's a
than that.
slide on your personality. Ripping bloke, but Jesus Christ, did he beat a dolphin?
Doesn't he just? Isn't he a bit abusive? Well, no, he's verbally abusive. To
It's
the dolphin.
all, the things
He
he
trash
says to
talk.
them.
He trash talks.
He's
them.
never hit a dolphin, but geez, he's told some shit.
Yeah. Hey, Sparky, you look stupid today. Get over here.
Why are your eyes
Do
on the
that
other
trick.
side of your head?
Do a trick. Do a flip.
Look at you breathing out the top of your head.
You're the laziest dolphin
Why
in
do
this
you,
pod.
why you have another fucking fish? You faggot. Faggy
Why
Sparky.
don't you go and gang rape another dolphin? You're going to do it anyway. All right, sorry.
He's got a hand signal for that.
No, we love Big Ben.
Yeah,
we love
do.
Big Ben.
We do. Ben does a great job.
He's a good boy.
He's got a beard now. It's a ripping red beard.
Oh, he's like a
phenomenal.
Viking.
He is a Viking.
He is, isn't he?
He's a.
He's a gentle giant.
If I was gay, and he was gay,
yeah.
I don't know what would happen.
I don't know. There'd be fireworks.
Pete had a bad round. He
I
only
know
got
what
12.
would happen. Sebastian would be jealous.
Oh fucking! Oh,
Sebastian
he'll be on it.
would be very jealous.
He'll be in it.
Be a three-way.
You can fit 3 in there. You just told me. Pete had a bad round. He got 12 out of 20. So he's on 26.
Yep.
He's running second behind Pat.
Oh.
Sorry, Jim. Pat, I keep screwing up. And Mum put in some tips this week.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Luke's mum.
She did. So I gave her the lowest number to start with.
Yeah.
From the first round. So I'll give her some points.
Mm.
So I gave her 4
Yep.
from, I think it was Amy, who has never responded to the other ones.
Okay.
So Mum got 10 out of 20. She got the shittest score.
Oh, well.
Suck it, Mum.
No.
Not as good as us.
Be nice to your mum. She misses you. She wants you to call her more.
I saw her last night.
Yeah, no, but it's not enough for her.
And
She wants to speak to you every hour if you
So
can.
the lead is Jim Foley, 27. Pete's 26. You and me, you're on 23. I'm on 22. Pat's on 21. Cliff's on 20. And Mum's on 14.
Wow.
So
There's a breakaway group at the top.
there is.
Yeah.
They're
the
exceptional.
peloton.
We have to get that back.
The peloton is broken away. It's time to look at the next race, Luke. If you're happy to wrap this up here.
Very much so.
Yep. We've seen Austria twice now. Enough. Enough of the Nazis.
Yep.
The Nazis' hometown. No, thank you. Let's move on to the Attila the Hun country, the Hungarian.
I'm a bit hungry.
Yeah, me too. Pizza?
Pizza.
Yummy. Let's have a look at that race. Let's have a look at this track. What do you think of the track, Luke?
So the track is a ripping track. It's like a go-kart track for Formula One, really.
Yeah.
Tight, twisty. Not a very big straights. Not a great place to overtake. You can down into turn 1 and into turn 2, I think, the left-hander, turn 2. It's a 4.381 kilometre track. There's 70 laps, which is a 306.68 kilometre race. I would prefer it if it was a 69 lap race.
Oh, hello.
Dinner for 2.
Oh, dear.
Then it would still be over 300.
Never gets tired,
It'd
Luke.
still be
Never
over,
gets tired.
It'd still be over 300 Ks. The lap record is Max Verstappen with 1 minute 17.103. 2019 race finish was Hamilton, Verstappen, and Sebastian Vettel. Pole time was a 1 minute 14.590. The weather is chance of drizzle Friday, Saturday, Sunday afternoon. There is a chance of thunderstorms as well.
Ooh, spicy.
The time zones are exactly the same as the previous race.
That's good.
So
Good for us.
qualifying time 11 p.m. for the East Coast of Australia. Race time East Coast of Australia 10 past 11. West Australia Kuala Lumpur 9:10 p.m. New Zealand 1:10 a.m. Moscow 4:10 p.m. UK 2:10 p.m. United States 9:10 a.m. The West Coast of the United States at 6:10 a.m. And that is what's going on in Hungary.
Got to put on the coffee, boys. Foley boys. Coffee pot. Get up nice and early. Watch that one.
Great way to start a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Also, we should do our tips now before I forget.
Good idea, because we will forget. That's something that we always do. We always forget.
All right, so Mercedes, Hamilton, Bottas.
I will pop in Hamilton to do a double up here.
Same. Verstappen.
Verstappen, yes, yes, Verstappen.
Just say
Verstappen.
Verstappen.
Poor Albon.
Yeah.
He's good, but he's just not that good. There's a gap, isn't there?
Ferrari, Vettel,
Oh,
Leclerc.
jeez. Let's go double Vettel.
You're going double Vettel.
Yeah.
I'm going Leclerc to out-qualify and Vettel to out-race.
Yeah, so you're overthinking it, Luke.
No, of course I am. It's what I do. I'm
It's
a
gut.
professional
It's all-
overthinker when it comes to Formula 1 tipping.
Got it.
That's the only thing in my life that I overthink.
Yeah,
Nothing else.
that's why you never win,
True.
because you think too much about it. Got
True.
to go with your gut.
My gut says that.
Okay.
McLaren, Sainz, Norris.
Double Norris on fire.
Double Norris. I will also go the double Norris. Ricardo, Ocon.
Double Ricardo.
I will go Ricardo will out-qualify and Ocon will out-race if it's wet. I think Ocon is very good in the wet.
Okay.
Put an outside tip on him getting a podium. That's my...
What are the chances of rain, did you say? Were they 50-50? For rain on
pretty
Sunday?
decent. Pretty decent.
Better than 50-50?
afternoon, Yeah.
Okay.
Not big rain. Not like big downfall
But
like
enough.
was in Austria.
Just enough.
But a couple of mils
That'll spice it up.
over the few hours.
Oh, that's going to spice things up.
Oh, very spicy.
Oh, spicy.
Who we got next? Alpha Tauri, Gasly and Kvyat.
Double gas man for me, please. Big fan of the gas man.
I will also go Gasman purely because of the rain. I don't think Kvyat's... But Kvyat did do well at the Hockenheim ring.
He did.
He got
Till
them
he-
on the podium
Yeah.
there. We got Perez and Daddy Boy.
Double Perez. That's a no-brainer.
Double Perez. All right, I'm going to go Stroll Perez.
What? Stroll to qualify?
If it's in the rain, he did it last week. Alpha Romeo, Raikkonen and Giovinazzi.
Double Raikkonen.
Double Raikkonen. I will agree with that and go that one too. I just got to figure that out. And Haas-holes. Magnussen and Grosjean.
Oh, look, let's go double Grosjean.
Double Grosjean.
Yeah, let's
for
be
Adam.
silly. That's my outsider. That's my roughie.
It's you, Ruffy.
My
I'm
rough
going
tip.
double Mags.
That's sensible.
Get Magnussen in Red Bull. Fucking hell. How many years am I going to say that?
No.
And the last one, Williams. Latifi and Russell.
Double George, please.
Sorry, NL6 or anal sex as I like to call him, Nicholas Latifi. You're going to miss out. There our tips
Well done.
into the bin.
What are your thoughts on the race, Luke? Who is suited to the Hungary track? Do you think Red Bull can shake off the collywobbles that they've had and get their stuff together?
They'll be second best team. I think Mercedes are the best team. But if it rains, it opens it up.
Yeah.
It takes one mistake, you're in a wall.
Yep.
So I hope and I think someone, a real rank outsider, outside of the top four teams,
Really?
will get a podium.
Is that right?
That's my tip.
The rain does throw that factor in,
Yep,
doesn't
the
it?
last time there was a wet race was when Jenson Button won his first ever race. He was racing for BAR Honda, or Honda. I think it was just Honda then. He won from 17th on the grid, I think, and there was only 10 people that finished the race. So if there's a wet Grand Prix, it's a very difficult track. Even watching them on board on Friday in the afternoon, you couldn't, they struggled to get grip.
Yeah.
And it's a track
Yeah.
that doesn't have a lot of areas to get grip from, like offline.
Yeah.
So it'll be very, very interesting what's going to happen for a wet race.
That is going to be spicy.
It's a spicy
I put a
meatball.
little dabble on Dan Ricciardo, finished top 6.
You're a dabbler.
I did put a little 5 to all the odds were just ridiculous. It was 7 to 1 for him to finish in the top 6.
Yep.
Put a sneaky fiver on that.
Should we? I've got Poetry Corner.
Oh, I love your poetry, Luke.
You enjoyed it?
I do.
Should I do it again?
Your mother and I both always have appreciated your poetry. Mrs. Luke always brags about how great you are with the turn of phrase.
I'm a wordsmith.
You are a wordsmith, a turn of
I'm a
phrase.
lyrical genius.
You are very much so.
Are
you playing a character, or are you just playing...
No, this is me.
Just you doing your voice?
My voice. Would you like a different voice?
Well, it might be interesting. Do you want a uniform or an outfit? Do you want... just something different?
No. I'll do a different voice.
Okay, sure. As long as it doesn't distract from the poetry. Because I don't want to interfere with the poetry.
Actually, it will.
No. Just do your normal poetry voice.
That word needs to be said in
do
that
the
way.
natural Luke poetry voice.
All right. Okay, I'll do a deep Luke voice.
Okay.
I'll do a deep...
Do it like you're going to be like a online caller. Long-time fan, first-time caller.
I love his hand-washing videos. He's a talented guy, but you can't pass him or he'll have a cry. Born as a Swiss, they didn't want him either. They already knew that he was a shit driver. A GP2 champ and a talent, no doubt, but his real talent lies when he takes others out. When he fucked up at Spa, the Ferrari future was gone. He stuck with the Haarsols, Romain Grosjean and on. He has one shining light, and I'll give you a tip. He'll finish on top in the Turd Championship.
Oh, well done, Luke. Oh, you need to take this on the road, this show. You need to turn up to the impromptu poetry night around the corner.
Poetry Slam.
Poetry Slam it,
Brought to
bro.
you by the F1 podcast.
There you go. We need to take this on the road, make a fortune.
Yes.
Well done to you. That was really good.
Did you want me to do a lap?
Excuse me. Yes.
All right.
Yes is what I want you to say and to do.
You need to talk.
All right, here we go, Lucas. Lucas Spajukas is about to insert himself into the F1 podcast Double Luge, the Pink Mobile. He's going to drop himself in the pink. He was taking his mic with him. Oh, don't be careful. Just be careful with that. You've got it tangled, Luke.
Deep in the pink.
Take that and insert this into the pink.
Oh.
All right, walk slowly because it's a bit tangly.
Walking.
Oh, see, well, Luke's going back into the luge. We actually took ourselves out of it because we only did halfway through we did the wrap up of Austria in the luge. We've come out. Luke's back in there now.
We can replay the sound of me disconnecting.
That's him getting into the tight space. Here we go. And we are going to drive the circuit of Hungary, the Hungaroring.
Yep, the Hungaroring.
Hungaroring.
And we're going to be driving in the Renault.
The Stingring. The Renault?
Stingring.
Yeah, drive the Renault. Drive a bag of shit around this thing. See how we go. Oh, that's the sound of him inserting himself in the pink.
Should have lubed up.
Yes, you should have. At least
smother myself in duck fat.
At least bought that F1 podcast a simulator a drink.
No, going raw.
Just haphazard. All right, here we go.
Oh, important health warning: photosensitive seizures.
Are
you okay with that?
Yeah. No, I'm fine. You comfy?
Very.
It's a beautiful thing, the F1 podcast simulator. It's just the stickers. Where do you get the stickers from?
I got them made. So I designed them and then I sent them to a place called Banner Buzz, and they're in WA.
Okay.
But the stickers actually came from India. It took forever to get here, and
so we could have just gone to India. Is that what you're saying, and saved some cash and had them to make it for us?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But
thanks, Banner Buzz.
They look good.
No, they're great. Hand whittled.
So
the simulator.
Hungary. I did a bit of driving on it the other night. And I know all the corners, but it's just a matter of getting the gearing right. And I think I'm doing all right.
You did a great lap the other day, and it disqualified you because you had a wheel off the track.
Which is bullshit. Where they say in the rules it's the whole car over the white line or the inside wheel off the track. My inside wheel was not off the track at all. I had half the car over the red and white line. So
bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Absolute bullshit. You comfy?
Yeah.
You right? Just don't knock the microphone if you get angry. Here we go. It's a little warm up here. Coming around the first
This is the
into
final
the
corner,
straight.
starting onto the straight. It's weird not having audio because the gearing is...
Oh, we can hear you downshift though and upshift. It's nice on the paddles. Very nice corner. Oh, nice driving line, Luke. Oh, hard on the brakes. Hard on the brake. That's a tight hairpin there. Lovely racing line there. Very nice, Luke. Oh, onto the rough stuff. This makes for great podcasting, doesn't it?
You're not talking much.
Watching you drive. Oh, crap bags. Oh, shit.
Wait. I'm just checking if
Smashed.
they need any water. Are you guys right?
Everything okay over here? Yep, we're fine.
I've never crashed
Oh,
at
reverse
that
it,
corner.
reverse it.
Never crashed at that corner before. That's something new.
No, it's cool. You can actually see the marks on the grass.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I've made a lot of those.
Although the damage is off.
So
you
going
can-
the uphill towards the hairpin, braking deep and hard into second gear. If you hit those curbs too hard, it really unsettles the car. Going up through the shifts, you kind of got to feather it around here. Keep feathering it, brother.
Keep feathering, brother.
There we go.
Oh.
Running a little bit wide, but these corners you can go full throttle around here. Little downshift into there, and you can actually feel when the car gets light on steering, and then you just downshift really hard. Heavy
Oh,
into the
look at that.
third last corner.
Luke.
Braking into the second last corner, the left-hander hairpin. There's quite a few hairpins here, getting on the gas early. Fourth, fifth, back down into third just to keep the revs up. Shift up mid-corner, then coming out last corner, turn open the DRS, 6th, 7th, and 8th. That is the lap of the Hungaroring.
Well done, Luke.
Now I've got to get out of this thing.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. In the Renault. Only a couple of crashes. Oh, there goes the... Oh, this is the tricky bit. This is the tricky bit, getting that massive lard ass out of that simulator. There we go. Well done, Luke.
That was out in 5 seconds.
Hey, that was pretty good. Except for a couple of crashes. Not bad.
I think it was very difficult not hearing it. So I didn't turn the audio on.
Yeah, you reckon that helps? Hearing the gears?
Massively.
Yeah, you can hear when the gear change.
Yeah. Massively.
How was the Renault? How'd you find it?
It wasn't as good.
You find on the simulator you can tell the difference between the cars?
Oh, big time.
Yeah?
Yep. Big time. You can feel it in corners. You can change setups and stuff like that, which I haven't gotten into because I wouldn't know where to start in terms of, like, you can change...
Downforce and...
You can change downforce, you can change roll center, you can change a whole different things, cambers, and I'm like, I wouldn't know where to start.
Don't want to touch that just in case.
Well,
You can always undo it.
You can do it and you can save it and go back to previous setups, but I wouldn't know where to start. I don't
They
really.
must put a lot of time and research into this game.
Yep.
Like each car is distinct and unique to a Renault. Like that feels like driving a Renault.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's horseshit.
Yeah.
But
Unless
the
it's just
Mercedes,
bullshit.
it feels like it's on rails. Same with the Red Bull.
Is that right?
But when you drive the lower cars, you can feel it, even especially engine as well.
What does it feel like to drive a Hershey bar around that track?
I haven't driven the Haasholz car yet.
Yeah.
I'm a bit afraid to.
Yeah. Dangerous, you'd think.
Very
The
dangerous. They don't have
spectators.
brakes.
No.
Fucking failing with their
No,
brakes.
just put your hand out the window. Much like our very good friend, Count Dracula.
Robert Kubica.
Robert Kubica. Hey, good segue.
Oh,
Good
hand in the
segue.
paddock.
Hand in the paddock. This new segment on F1 podcast.
He's the man. He's in the paddock. He's doing practice sessions. He did a practice session on Friday. So we're going to find out what's going on in the paddock. What's the goss with Robert Kubica?
Yes, hello, gentlemen. It's me,
G'day.
Robert Kubica.
How you going, Robert?
Uh,
We've never seen you during the
I'm
day.
smiling now. Can you see my smile?
What makes you smile?
I have been driving The Alfa Romeo.
Yes,
It's a nice car.
you were. You finished 20th in free practice 1. What were you working on?
I was working on the changing the gear with my knees. I need to turn with the steering wheel with my left knee.
Yeah.
And with my right knee, I am pushing the brakes and also the horn. I like to.
I heard the horn going on the Alfa Romeo.
Yes, I like.
Very odd.
It's a very nice horn. Do 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 do. Is the noise mine? I have a special one for me.
That's good.
Yes.
So when you're coming around the corner, they know it's you.
Please, I need to tell you something. If I seem rude with my finger, if it looks like I give you the bird all the time, I'm not giving you the bird, okay?
So how can you
It's my finger. My arm, I basically cannot move it. I had a terrible crash. Terrible crash.
So when you
Wait, do you have something on your chin? I need to just wipe your face. There
Yeah.
we go. I spat on you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, COVID-19, not good. I have COVID.
how can you differentiate between giving someone the finger and actually accidentally just like, is there intent? Is there like a special way you give someone the finger?
I do it with more meaning.
Meaning.
Yes, so if I just have my arm out the door or the window or in this the cockpit, and I can use this for downforce or upforce. I can put more downforce for Hungary. I can bring my arm down. It will bring.
It's impressive.
Yes, and I can also flip off that guy I hate. I go, hey, fuck with. No, just the downforce. It's not me, mate. Okay, I like you. My arm says I don't like you, but it's the downforce.
That's important information to know.
Yes,
And what's it
thank
like in the paddock this week?
It's smelly.
A lot of Hungarian sausage.
Yes, sausages everywhere. You could taste the sausages through your nose. But down at the Hershey bar, the Husk guys are there. What are they doing? I don't know. These guys have no...
Do you think you could help them out?
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
You were last in the time sheets with the Alfa Romeo.
Look, if I had no arms and no legs, then maybe I would...
Be much quicker?
Would be quicker than what those drivers... I mean, shit cars, shit drivers. What do you expect?
That's true.
Come on. If you want me to drive your car, hey, you get a sex symbol. And I look great, and I can flip over everybody.
You were voted most handsome man in Poland
Yes.
3 years in a row.
Yes.
You weren't voted before the accident, but since the accident, you've been
Yes.
voted sexiest man in Poland. For last
Correct.
years.
Yes. Polish people like...
Deformities?
No, not deformities. This is not deformities.
It looks deformed.
No, it's an asset to me.
It's an asset.
It's an asset.
It's a sexy asset.
The ladies like to heal me. The ladies like a challenge.
They do.
And imagine sitting on this arm. Very stimulating. They don't want me, they want the arm. They come to me, they say...
They come for the finger.
They come to me, they say, Robert, you lie back and relax. Just put your arm up. And I go, great, because my cock doesn't work. But my arm is fantastic fucking. I have to go now.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
What the...
We turned into a bat.
What the hell was that? Oh, wow, Robert Kubica. Wow. This podcast.
Interesting.
Gee, we get some big names on this podcast.
I know.
Whew. Who would have thought? Sebastian Vettel, Robert Kubica.
Robert Kubica.
Who are we going to get next? Who knows?
Well, we've come to a section called Dan Watch.
Dan Watch. Time for
Dan.
Watch. Undercover Dan. What's he doing?
So,
Let's find out.
In the Austrian Grand Prix, he was seen parading around giving high fives
You can't.
and dancing
No.
and entertaining
No.
the fake crowd.
Oh, my God. That's brilliant.
So it was sent to me by J-Dog, Jimmy Foley.
Yeah.
He sent me the video via the Instagramio.
Do you have it there?
I have the video. It's Daniel saying
Entertaining-
hello to fans yesterday.
Entertaining and empty.
Isn't he great?
So he's shaking hands, high-fiving, giving high tens to no one.
No one.
So he's pretending the fans are there. He's giving them high fives, getting into it,
Yeah, yeah.
but there's no one there.
This is what Formula One needs: more personalities like Dan Ricciardo. Come on, him and Norris.
If it wasn't for Jim, wouldn't know that. Dan Watch wouldn't happen.
Thanks,
So if you
Jimmy.
see anything that Daniel does, funny, silly, irreverent, whatever,
Yep.
send it on into us.
Yeah.
You know the socials, Instagram,
Mr.
Twitter.
Personality, we want to know what Mr. Personality Ricciardo's been up to because he is the most entertaining person in the paddock.
That's right.
And he makes Formula One great.
Thank God for Daniel
Thank
Ricciardo.
God for Dan
And
Ricciardo.
thank God for the F1 podcast.
We should make that a shirt, shouldn't we? Thank God,
God
for
for
Dan
Daniel.
Ricciardo. I love it. That's Dan Watch. Dan Watch. Dan Watch.
We're
Anything else we need to
We're
do?
about to open the portal
Okay.
quickly. We're going to see what Kimi's up to.
Kimi Räikkönen, the wormhole to
The
Kimi
wormhole is
Räikkönen's
opening
world.
up into the Alfa Romeo garage.
We find out what's happening in that.
Let's see what Kimi's up to.
Yeah. More. I'm Kimi Räikkönen, former world champion, Ferrari driver, and now driving in this piece of shit. Okay, guys, I'm Kimi Räikkönen. Yeah, he wants to fight. Anyone want to fight me? You guys want to fight me? Hey, what's your name?
Valtteri Bottas.
Are you from Finland?
I've been training.
I fucking hate you, man.
I hate you
I'm
too.
Are you a world champion yet? No, you're not, are you?
No.
Cocksucker. Yeah, fuck off.
I've had my power porridge.
Power porridge? You got a little beard. Let me feel your beard there, baby.
Don't fucking-
Bottas, you look like a
Don't
little...
touch me.
You look like a little rat. You look like you've inserted a rat. You put your head inside a rat. Okay, asshole? Yeah, fuck off.
Why don't you go back to the back of the grid?
I'm walking away from you.
You will
I
not.
don't like you.
You'll
Hey,
never. Just
hey,
make
guys.
sure you move out of the way for the blue flags.
Hey guys, this guy's bothering me. No, he's nobody. He's no one famous. I'm Kimi Räikkönen. That's just some asshole. Get him out of here. I think he's got COVID-19.
Hey.
Yeah, get him out.
Come here, Kimi.
Later, asshole. Oh! Oh! Ah!
I am Valtteri Bottas.
It's got a punch on him. He really got me good. Oh, you asshole. Fucking Finland people. I fucking hate him. Ah, Jesus.
And that
was At Home with Kimi. Nice. Hey, that's opened up nicely.
It did.
That was live from the paddock because that's practice sessions probably happening right now.
Yeah, 20 minutes away.
He must have just jumped out of the car and just whacked, got hit,
Good old thump.
got all thumping.
Maybe that's what he likes before getting in the car.
I wouldn't have expected that from
Good
Valtteri.
joke. No.
He doesn't. He seems so meek and dull.
Blessed are the meek.
Valtteri. Yes.
And
And the cheesemakers.
Oh, blessed
Blessed
are the cheesemakers.
cheesemakers.
Got an idea how to make Formula 1 great again? Lance Stroll said he's done so many laps around Austria, he could do it with his eyes closed. The idea is you drive around with your eyes closed. So if you've got back-to-back Grand Prix, the British Grand Prix is going to happen.
Yes.
You have to drive the qualifying lap with your eyes
The
closed.
second time, because you've already raced it, you've qualified it. The
Yep.
second time you're on the same track.
Yep.
So Austria, everyone should have qualified
And
blindfolded.
because they've done so many laps around Barcelona with testing, they know that track like the back of their hands. So Barcelona will also be another track where they'll qualify with their eyes closed.
Absolutely.
The eyes closed lap.
That's genius.
This is brilliant.
Absolutely genius. And then we add a little bit of water. Just to really spice things up.
Nerang Grand Prix update.
Ooh, the Monaco of the Gold Coast.
We've got a charity. It's for Down syndrome. So on the Friday of the Grand Prix, we're going to have Downy Day.
That's nice.
It is.
That's
so anyone with
nice.
Down syndrome, and we're also going to have a little exhibit. It's like a mirror maze,
Yes.
but there's a whole bunch of Down syndrome people littered inside of it.
Are they real?
They're real.
They're real.
So you're going to walk around this maze,
Yeah.
and they're going to jump out and cuddle you.
Oh, ha ha. That's great. And
It's-
you have to make it to the end without getting drooled on.
Yeah, you got to try.
You got to try. And then at the end, there's some kind of
No, you walk out with the euphoric feeling of being cuddled. 72 times.
Yep.
But the thing is, the maze goes past it's not, you don't choose your way. You have to go through and you get cuddled by every single person. So if you're feeling down syndrome, you walk through there and you get cuddled by every single one of them.
Mental health has been a big problem during this COVID lockdown. People are struggling. They need help. Maybe you just need a cuddle.
All the proceeds of that maze and Downy Day go towards Down syndrome.
Downy Day.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yep.
Robert Downey Jr. Downy Day.
Yeah.
We
He's there.
call it
He'll be
Robert-
there.
Sponsored by Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
for Downy Day.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.'s Downy Day at the Nerang GP.
At the Nerang Grand Prix.
That's lovely.
Yeah. That's what we do. Warm, fuzzy feeling, get cuddled by a Down
See,
syndrome.
it's these kind of ideas, Luke, when we take them to Liberty Media, the owners of Formula One, how could they say no to
They
the Nerang
laugh
Grand
in our
Prix?
faces and then they bring it in.
Well, they do. They constantly laugh at our ideas, like the reverse grid. The qualifying with a native dish of that host country on your lap.
Yeah. It's right there. It's ready for them to use.
The reverse parking challenge.
Quality challenge. Shopping bag challenge.
Shopping bag challenge.
Yep. So
All
many
these
different
ideas.
ways.
How does the shopping bag challenge go again?
Well, you put a variety of shopping bags on various appendages, sideboards, barge boards, wings, and they have groceries in them.
Yep.
And then
Eggs,
they do
milk,
their lap.
bread.
Yep. Fabergé eggs, anything that's delicate.
Delicates.
It could be broken, and if it's broken, smashed, or disintegrated, you get a time penalty.
Time penalty, 'cause
So
you've
you
been
need to
too
be
rough.
smooth as you drive.
See, Jensen Button. Very smooth.
Oh, he wouldn't break a thing.
Not a thing.
No. But some of these guys drive a bit erratically. You might break some stiffs. You get a
Absolutely.
time penalty.
Absolutely.
So that's so many ideas.
All these ideas have been put forward to Liberty Media, and there is another great one, the Robert Downey Jr. Downey Day.
Oh, it's also the doing a lap with your eyes closed.
And lap with your eyes closed. Sorry.
Nerang Grand Prix.
That's just a feature at the Grand Prix.
Yeah,
Sorry.
at our Grand Prix, the Nerang Grand Prix,
But the qualifying with your eyes closed.
is the idea that's going to make F1 great again.
Yep. And you watch what's going to happen with Liberty Media.
There'll be blindfolds in the
Oh,
paddock.
suddenly, yeah. Oh, guys, this is the 10th time we've raced Silverstone. So this time we're doing it with our eyes closed. Here is your handkerchief
Yeah.
to put over your eyes.
Yeah.
And we'll go, come on.
And
Come
then-
on, that's our idea.
Yeah.
And will they acknowledge us?
No.
No, they never.
No,
they never
no.
do.
No. You seem a bit angry about that.
Well, a bit of,
Something you want to talk about?
a bit of kudos. A little bit, wouldn't
Just
go
a shout
astray.
out.
Just a shout out.
Um,
Thanks, boys, at F1 Podcast for the great ideas over the years. We've got your briefcase. We're going through them eventually. They will be implemented, and you won't get any credit. That's all they need to say.
Yeah. That's all. We don't ask for much. Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, yes. I love this game.
So the Sizzler Shield Toto Wolff, Bernie Eccleston,
Bernie Eccleston.
and Chase Carey.
Is he still alive? Is
Bernie
he already
Bernie
dead?
Eccleston's apparently a bit of a racist.
Is he already... Apparently.
Apparently.
He's just had a child at 70-something.
No, he's 90 something, isn't he?
Is he 90?
I don't know. I
He's
think
had
he's,
enough-
I think he's 300 years
He's
old.
just had a child. Dude, I've got 3 of them. And I'm like... I'm a third of his age.
And you're tired.
And I'm exhausted. What are you doing? Well, he's rich. He's got...
Very wealthy.
He doesn't see his... He says, bring out the child once a day. Bring out the child.
Bring him out.
Wheel him in.
I will bounce him on my knee for 3 bounces and then
We
get
are
rid of it.
having fun and making memories. Now, fuck off.
How can I make money from this child? So Toto Wolff,
Toto. Yep, okay. So we have to shoot one,
Bernie Eccleston,
marry one,
and Chase Carey.
and fuck one.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Who you gonna fuck? Who you gonna marry? Who you gonna kill?
Has Chase got the moustache?
Yes.
That's the moustache, isn't it? Or is it the eyebrows?
you could just face fuck him and grab him by the mustache.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Handlebars.
Oh, that's mine. You can't have that one. All right, I'm face fucking Kerry. Just going to grab his handlebars and I'm going to say, why did you not give us the kudos for effing one podcast ideas to make Formula One great again? I'm so sorry, boy. I should have listened. I should have thanked you more. So I'm we're gonna fuck him in the mouth
Shouldn't
and
talk with your mouth full. Well, it's not full.
and I am going to So I've fucked Carrie. I need to marry one. Oh, Toto or Bernie? I'm gonna marry Bernie
Of course you are.
because he's dying soon. He's dying, and he's very wealthy.
Very extremely
Very
wealthy. He's a
got
billionaire.
He's a billionaire. Okay, I'm marrying him, and I am killing Toto.
Oh,
I know. It seems a
Such a
shame.
great
He's
accent.
and a lovely guy.
I would do the same. I normally never think financially.
Yeah.
I think Toto would have a certain amount of
He's an
coin,
entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur.
but Bernie, he's closer to death.
Closer to death.
Bigger.
Less wristies you've got to give him.
Oh yeah,
You know, less pretending you actually give him a...
he'd be thumbing in a softie. Anything.
Yeah. Like, you just wet your hands.
Very malleable
Just use your hands.
penis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you reckon he's an on-top kind of man?
Who, Bernie?
Yeah. I reckon that's too strenuous. Do you reckon he's
Oh,
misses?
no, he lays back.
Lays back.
Yeah,
He's starfish.
Yeah.
That's all
I think so.
right.
He's into some kinky shit.
So Chase Carey,
He
I
has,
think I might double team him.
I think he puts
You
pegs,
take the mouth, I'll go the other end.
puts pegs on
and
his
then-
testicles. He likes some... Sorry,
Bernie likes pegs on his testicles.
You had moved on, and I was still stuck on Bernie's
Yeah.
scrotum, but you had moved on. You were way... Sorry.
I mean, we could have a whole podcast about Bernie scrotum if we want.
Talking about the last turkey in the shop. Oh, God, hell. Swinging down by his knees. It's all going
The
badly.
knee warmers is his testicles. Sorry, Toto. I'd like to hear your voice.
Yeah, I like
But I would like him, before I kill him, to say, hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah.
And then I'd shoot him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
That'd be nice.
I want him to say that.
And hi, Mum.
Anything else? Luke's mum has prepared a lovely Hungarian dish.
Oh.
This is...
23 types of sausages.
It is. It's this beef
Goulash?
goulash. It's a beef goulash.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how she does it, but it's delicious.
It's very
It's
good.
got cream in it.
Some dipping bread on the
Dipping
side.
bread, yep. And some pickles and some Polish sausage. Delightful. Which, by the way, Mrs. Luke does her own cured meats, doesn't she?
She does. She has
a
them
range-
hanging up in a
in the
kitchen.
caravan. Yeah. Although we think they might be the ex-husband.
They sold the caravan.
Did they?
They did.
Why?
I was fucking sick of it. They weren't in it anymore, so they sold
Because
it.
they did the trip around Australia.
Did it. And
How long were they gone for?
9-10 months.
9 or 10 months. Fuck. Gee, you'd have to really like
30
someone.
odd some thousand Ks.
Gee, you wouldn't want to fight too much, would you? When you're stuck in a caravan for that long.
It would be tough. It'd be tough to go anywhere within
You'd
a
have to be
small,
soulmates.
confined...
Like, I think I'd even struggle with you.
Yeah.
I would probably be fine. I'd be fine.
I don't think we'd get on each other's nerves.
I think
I
we'd
wouldn't
be
pick
fine.
on you.
No.
We'd just talk shit.
We'd
We should do that. A
We should do
podcast
that.
around Australia.
a constant, and it's like 24-hour streaming.
You just
Always
tune in
streaming.
and listen to us snore,
Snoring,
farting.
snuggling, spooning,
When
sometimes
it's cold.
smooching.
Look,
Look, it's cold. Do you mind?
no, I don't.
No, that's fine.
Before we take our pants off,
Yeah.
thanks for coming by.
Thank you very much.
Let's grab some food.
Thanks, Luke's mum, for the food. We're going to go get some very rare pizza these days. A very, very rare pizza that you don't find very often. It's called Pizza Hut.
Has anyone heard of it?
It's
a new business
There's probably
that's
2 or
popping up.
3 existing on the planet still.
Yeah,
And we've got one next to us, just
Yeah.
down the road. We're going to go and enjoy one of those.
sounds good.
All right.
Enjoy the Grand Prix, everyone.
Yes, let's get into it.
We'll see you next time.